So, there was a guy from my university, he's called Jörg, and he saw your echolocation lesson number 2, where you demonstrate quite a lot of stuff that you can do with echolocation. And he was asking if it's a common practice or a common thing that visually impaired and blind people are doing.
Alright, so for that I have to specify that you're in the University of Psychology. So I would imagine that is also into psychology. Yeah. And I would imagine that he's trying to understand in a psychological way. And I would say that in the world, first of all, you have to know that to be blind is to be doomed. People are not talking to you, people are avoiding you, people are rejecting you. And they are not pushing you at all to be active or to handle something better. Therefore, the blind people are absolutely apathetic. They are destroyed by the surrounding. You are much more blind because of the society than because of your eyes. Because when you're blind, you are classified as a blind person. And we expect you to be limited, to be weak and so on. So, no, the blind people will never even come to the idea of learning echolocation. Trying to find out a way to be more active and to see without the eyes. That is to say, to step out of the protocol of being a handicapped person. No, we don't do that. So, first of all, there are not so many people who know, but since a little while I'm fighting very hard to give this information to a lot of people, and I can see that the blind people, they don't give a toss about it. They're not interested. They want to stay blind and in peace, and they are so conditioned by the refusal of the society that they accept it completely, and they don't try. And even if you know, then most of the people, when they look at that, they say it's a scam. Other possibility, they say it's not for me. This guy can do it because he's a genius, but I cannot do that. I will never be able to do that, so therefore I will not even try. And they stop. So you need accumulation of not being under the conditioning of being a handicapped person, trying to believe in yourself and to say, if you can do it, I can do it. Discovering that it is not a scam, trying to do some research on the internet, you can find some different films from different people, so you can see, oh my God, it's not only one, there are a lot of people. And then you have to commit yourself, to learn. Until you learn this sound and you learn the feedback of this sound, and you learn to interpret the sound. It's like learning a new language. Very subtle. When the sound comes like this and like this, it means that and that. And with the time, you understand so well that you start to visualize everything around you. It's a complete revolution to do that. It's nearly an impossible revolution, especially in our society. And even when you're open, it's not that easy because it's complicated, it's subtle. Don't believe that you do it like this, with a click of that, instead of a click of that. No, it takes some time, but at the end, the results are absolutely fantastic. So no, there is nearly no one blind who will use echolocation or will even try to learn about echolocation and will even inquire about echolocation. I invited some friends who are blind and I showed them echolocation. They should say, wow, it's fantastic. When I saw echolocation, I said, wow, I want to do that, And the next day I was already in contact with some people. I saw a film with somebody who could do that, with the help of a friend. And the guy was called in the past Ben and the Woods. Unfortunately, when I saw his film, he was already dead. But when I saw that, I said, come in! I want to learn that. If it's possible for him, it's possible for me. But most of the people, they don't do that. even when you speak about echolocation, when you show echolocation ID to some people, they say, yeah, but it's not for me. They love their little dog. Well, the dog is not a bad solution if you have one, but there are not so many free. But even if they're extremely limited, they always need help to move. They will prefer echolocation. I went to Bulgaria a short while ago to teach echolocation to a lot of blind people in Bulgaria. And I was invited in a feast where some were singing and they were going on the stage. And when they were going, they were pitiful. I swear, they were pitiful. They were to walk and to arrive there. That was absolutely pitiful. You can see that with the echolocation, the way of moving of the people. And so I spoke to them. I said, at least I teach you a little bit to move better, to be more precise. And there's not one who said yes, because they are so traumatized by the conditioning of being blind that I would say that to try to learn not to be blind is forbidden. It's like a crime, like a sin. So it seems easy when I do it, but in fact to be able to do that, well, come on, anybody could do it, anyone could do it, even if you're sighted and that you want to learn this for your pleasure, you just have two blind eyes and you can do it. But it is very complicated, and I saw that some people were sighted. They learn echolocation for the spirituality, to see the invisible, because we use this process afterwards to go further. They can learn better because it's not forbidden for them to do that. But the blind people, who should be much more open on the art of listening, of course, very often it's impossible. They always find a reason why they are not going to do it. And they don't do it, and they don't learn it, and they don't use it. So no, it's extremely rare because you have to develop your abilities, but before that, you have to break the conditioning. You're a blind person, you're not moving. Sit down, don't move.